Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back. In this video, we are looking at the Thursday NBA slate. We only have 3 games today, starting at 7:30. The slate sizes have been pretty weird this week. Got some huge slates, got some very small slates. Only a 3-gamer today, but let's get into it. As always, if you enjoy the videos, appreciate it. Hit the like button, subscribe. If you haven't already, it was a great day on Fanduel. DraftKings missed. I played Jimmy Butler on DraftKings. Probably should have stuck with the original core. That would have done great with Terrence Davis. Even though Melton was poor, he was super popular, but like the Sumo, all those guys did very good. We had those guys on FanDuel, and Jokic going for almost 90 at very low ownership was great. But let's get into today's picks. Starting off at the point guard position, you have Curry and Luca at the top end today. I kind of like Luca, even though it's a back-to-back. He played 42 minutes last night, but he's kind of been taking a step up. Porzingis hasn't been playing a ton of minutes for whatever reason. I mean, last game he did get up to 33, but Luca played 42 in that one. And it is a back-to-back for like Porzingis. It's been a lot of games since he's been back, and this is already the 4th game in like 5 days, or like 6 days for them. But give me Luca over Curry today. I like Devin Booker at 83. He's been shooting the ball exceptionally well. Dropped 48 last game. He has 30, 35 real-life points the previous 2 games, so I think he can definitely make it 4 straight 30-plus point outings tonight. And then we're going to be getting some value from Indiana because Miles Turner's already been ruled out. He's going to miss a couple of weeks. And Sabonis played through a sprained ankle, and it looks like he's going to be out for a couple of games at least. It's going to be significant, so definitely don't expect him to play on a back-to-back. That should swell, unfortunately, for him in the morning. So we're going to get some great value out of Indy, and you're going to get some, like LeVert and Brogdon are going to be looking like great plays. But I'm going to start with Chris Paul at 75 just because, he's at a very good price tag. He's almost averaging like 5.5x on this sort of salaries. Gives you a ton of assist opportunities, averaging a double-double. Plays like 33 or so minutes in a close game. He doesn't take a lot of threes, but he takes a good amount of mid-range shots that suit his game at this point. He's still a very good defender. Fine matchup against Dallas. There's only 3 games to pick from. Other plays at point guard would definitely be Brogdon if you think his Achilles can hold up on a back-to-back, but I like LeVert over Brogdon. And then in the value range, you can definitely go Kemba. If Devontae Graham is ruled out, then you're going to be getting more value from the Pelicans side with like Nickeil Alexander-Walker, more usage for Brandon Ingram. Probably another guy would get some more usage like Garrett Temple or some of these other guys that they have out there. At shooting guard, like Devin Booker, like LeVert, and then I probably like Ingram. Ingram would take a little bit of a bump up if if the point guard Graham is ruled out. But for now, that's the ranking. Brunson, 65. He's fine. If you wanted to get to him, he plays good minutes even though Porzingis is back. He still continues to play his starter level minutes. But I like Klay Thompson's price. He's only 53. He continues to shoot a lot when he's out there. He only played 22 minutes, but they didn't need him to play much more than that. But he's probably going to continue to be in this like 22 to 25 minute range at least for the time being. But at this sort of salary, he's still a much better play than Jordan Poole. I like him more than like Hardaway, than Bridges, just with the upside that he gives you. But for myself, I'm going with Devin Booker, just paying up for a couple of these Suns guys. I think they look great. Small forward, like Ingram more than Arj Barrett now that Kemba is back and Barrett is still a 72. Going with the value pick here if you wanted to. You have like Torrey Craig at 38. He started and he's going to play probably 30-plus minutes again today, especially if there is no Sabonis. He can get it done with some rebounding and especially without Sabonis and maybe even hit some threes for you. Power forward, looks like Julius Randle is going to be one of the only guys to pay up for except for Porzingis. I prefer Randle. You know exactly what sort of minutes he's going to play. It's going to be close to 40. If he's playing somewhat decent and the game is close, he hasn't been shooting the 3-point ball very well, but he still contributes in all aspects of the stat sheet: points, rebounds, assists, blocks, steals at times. So feel good about playing him at 91. Other guys would definitely be like Jay Crowder. You can go Kaminga at 43 now that he's starting in place of Draymond, and they've already ruled out Otto Porter for today's game, so you're probably going to see pretty sizable minutes for Kaminga. I think he looks like a good value pick. And then you could even go with like Brissett at 39. At center, probably have Valanciunas as the only guy that you can pay up for, with Sabonis probably won't play today. But I do like some of the value picks here. You have a couple of guys that are right, just 4K and cheaper than that. McGee at 4,000. He lost minutes to Biyombo, who was playing great last game, so still like JaVale McGee. But if Batadze starts, I think he would be my favorite. McGee would be second. Batadze, in limited minutes, he can produce, especially today if they start him at center and going up against Looney. If he gets over 20 minutes, he should be able to hit you value at this sort of salary. At guard, I'm going to plug in LeVert at 79. Just kind of took over scoring-wise in that fourth quarter and the second half. He had a very good second half for them yesterday, leading them to a win. He only played also 27 minutes. He was in some sort of foul trouble as well, but he's been pretty solid recently. 45, 45, 41, 46, and for his last 5 games, even 49 before that, 50, 59. But that was before he missed some games. But he's been balling out without Sabonis, most likely. Still without Turner. It's going to be LeVert and Brogdon going to have to carry the scoring load, and LeVert has definitely been ready to do that recently. And then the last guy plug in is Kaminga. At only 43, he gives you big upside just because he is going to probably play close to 30 minutes today without Porter and without Draymond. Gets you rebounds, chance for a double-double there. And he's just been such a dynamic player to watch. He's super young, but he's super athletic, can hit some threes, does a little bit of basically rebounding points, and can get you some defensive stats now that he's getting minutes. And that's about it for the DraftKings side. You're definitely going to be looking at the Indy side with all the all the value that we're going to have there. And then I like the Phoenix side, paying up for those 2 studs. You can probably try to get up to Doncic if you wanted to do that. But I think Randall looks great at power forward. Point guard, shooting guard, you have other guys that you can pay up for besides Doncic, but power forward, you don't really have anybody besides Randall. So that's it for DraftKings. Let's go over to FanDuel. All right, on FanDuel, point guard wise, I like Luca still a little bit more than Curry, but you have a good price tag on Chris Paul if you wanted to do that. Brogdon at only 66 looks like a great play. And then you have Kemba at 55. Those are like the 4 guys that have my interest. And then we might get some changes depending on Devontae Graham. But for right now, I definitely think you can go Kemba. He had back-to-back threes in the fourth quarter to kind of save his fantasy line last game. But that was his first game back after missing 9 games. But I'm going Chris Paul right now at 78, just like the price tag. I think he's going to probably put up north of 40. Shooting guard, like Devin Booker. Also like Karis LeVert. Both guys look great. If you don't want to get to Brunson, is probably a little bit tougher when you have Brogdon, LeVert, Booker all there. Barrett looks better on FanDuel at 65. Play him at 2 spots. Klay Thompson looks better on DraftKings. Get that bonus on DraftKings, and he's $1,200 cheaper. Probably like Josh Hart more than Klay. And then you don't really want to play Burks now that he's coming off the bench. Fournier is such a hit or miss, but he just seems to, on nights that he is shooting the ball well, he's going to put up like 40, and nights that he's not, he's going to put up like 13 to 15. So very tough to trust. But give me LeVert right now at 81. Small forward, I like Brandon Ingram. Looks like a good option. Arj Barrett looks great at 65. Kaminga looks way better on DraftKings. He's 59, so you're going to need like at least 30, which, with how many guys Steve Kerr likes to play, it might be a little bit tough. For the value picks here, you have Bridges at only 47. That price tag looks very good. And then you have like Brissett should get more minutes today. Toscano Anderson without Porter should get some more minutes. Right now I'm going Arj Barrett at 65. Still plays a lot of minutes if he is playing somewhat decent. I mean, now that Kemba's back, if he's playing poorly, they could play Burks over him. But hopefully, he kind of bounces back from a disappointing game last game where he had 7 turnovers and didn't have any defensive stats. Power forward, it's going to be Julius Randle. He's only 200 more than Porzingis. I liked Randle a lot more given how many more minutes he's going to play usually than Porzingis, and he's at home going up against a pretty poor Pelicans team and Pelicans defense. You don't have too many other options here. So you're looking at like Herb Jones. You're looking at Looney, definitely Bridges at 47. Looks like a great value pick, and then that's basically it. Maybe you can take a shot at like Jackson if you think he's going to get some run without Sabonis, or like Powell. or Toscano Anderson would probably be the best out of that three. And at center, look to be going with the value pick, most likely. I think Valanciunas would be the main guy if you're looking to pay up. But you have a couple of guys that are just a little bit cheaper that give you probably 7 to 8x upside if they are playing well. And that's Bitadze, JaVale McGee, Mitchell Robinson is just 49. So those are the three great value picks. It's going to be kind of tough to pick between them. But if Bitadze starts, I like him. Just with McGee could lose some minutes to Biyombo. Whereas Bitadze, also they could lose some minutes if they decide to go with like Brissett at center. But right now I like Bitadze. I think McGee will be more popular, so if I can get Bitadze at less ownership, I'll do that. And that's about it for the video. Not too much to talk about on a 3-gamer. Thank you for watching. Best of luck tonight, and I will see you all next time.